Oh, my back. Have you experienced back pain? 80% of all Americans will experience back pain at some point in their life. So it's really important to have a protocol to prevent that from happening. Myself, I threw my back out for the first time when I was 19 years old. I remember laying in bed in pain, walking around bent over. It wasn't a lot of fun. So what I'm going to show you today is the McGill Big Three. These are 3 moves that were developed by Stuart McGill, and he's a spine specialist in Canada. So we're going to do the McGill Big Three. What is that? That's the McGill Curl Up, side planks, and bird dogs. So the first thing that we're going to do is the McGill Curl Up. So the big thing with that is we want to think about bracing the spine in this movement. Now when we're bracing the core, we're not sucking in the belly button. We're not thinking about drawing it in. What we want to think about is creating this corset of strength around our torso. So the best way that I like to think about it is bracing for a belly punch. So I always test by doing that. If you can brace for that, when you see how your core reacts to that, that is what you should be doing when you're doing a true core brace. So the McGill Curl Up. What you're going to do is you're going to lay on your back and get your hands in the natural curve of your spine with the palms facing down towards the mat. From this position right here, I'm going to have one leg bent, the other leg is out straight. And what we're going to do now is we're going to do a 10-second contraction. And this 10-second contraction, what I'm going to do is I'm going to brace my core. Just thinking that belly punch earlier, you can think of gremlins jumping up and down on your belly. And from there, we're going to lift our head and our elbows off of the ground, like so. And you're going to breathe in, breathe out. Breathe behind that brace for 10 seconds. And relax. Now, the true protocol is to lift the head and the elbows off the ground, almost like if your head and elbows were on a scale and you wanted that scale just to say 0 pounds on it, or kilograms, wherever you're located. Now, I found with some clients that the lifting of the head can be putting a lot of strain on the neck. If that's one of you, I found that just by doing the ab brace, that we can still get that effect where we're bracing the core and kind of teaching it to do what it needs to do. So what I like to do is we do 3 10-second contractions. So you do your 10-second contraction, repeat, 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 and then you switch legs, and then you do the same thing on that side. You do your 10-second contractions, repeat again, and repeat again. And that's a good thing to kind of do before your warm-up. If you're about to work out, or if you are experiencing back pain due to that point where you feel like it tones things down and hopefully doesn't make anything worse. So we just did the McGill Curl Up. We did 3 10-second contractions with each leg out. The next thing that we're going to do is the side plank. So we're going to do a modified side plank. This is just easy peasy. Remember, we're either having back pain, or we're just doing our warm-up, or we're just trying to maintain so that back pain isn't a part of our lives. So what we want to do is we want to get the elbow underneath the shoulder. We can have our legs bent about 90 degrees. My knees are stacked. And then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my hips up, squeeze my butt, and we're going to hold this for 10 seconds. So the arm here can be on the leg. As you progress, you can get it on the opposite shoulder, pulling that elbow down so our lats are engaged. And this is strengthening our obliques right here, a little bit of our lats, a little bit of our quadratus lumborum or our QL muscle. So 10 seconds there. Get on the other side. Make sure that elbow is underneath the shoulder. If we're out here, we're putting a lot of strain here on the neck and all that. Let's get our joints stacked. Let's let our muscles work and our joints work for us, not against us. So boom, boom, about 90 degrees there. Come on up. And then, like I said, you can either have it here, or once you progress, get that on that arm there, pulling down that elbow, getting the lat muscle engaged. So 10 seconds there. So do your McGill Curl Ups. 3 10-second contractions with each leg out. Side planks, 10 seconds each side Preferably do 3 sets of that. And then the last thing that you're going to do is the bird dog. So the bird dog is great because it keeps core stability, but we're getting some movement in our limbs, because in life we're not going to just be stagnant. Hopefully we're not. So this teaches core stiffness while moving our limbs. So get into a neutral position, so my knees are underneath my hips, my wrists are underneath my shoulders, and find that neutral spine where once again that core is braced. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach opposite hand, opposite foot, and I'm going to make a fist with that hand reaching out. And my foot that's reaching back, I'm thinking about reaching my heel back, like I'm trying to push away with it. And I got my toes flexed towards my knees. Try to hold that for about 10 seconds. And then you bring it back. And then you get the other side. So I'm pushing my heel back with my toes flexed towards my nose, making a fist. And then bring it back. So I like to do about 3 10-second holds on each side. Big thing with this too is also think about maybe you got a big old glass of red wine that you're balancing right there and you don't want it to spill. That kind of helps keep you from dumping it, making a huge mess there. So, the McGill Big Three. You got your McGill Curl Ups, you got your side plank, and you got your bird dogs. Do this part of your warm-up before you're about to do your strength session. Do this about midday through the morning. Do it before your walk. It's just a great way to maintain the health of your back and to keep back pain from happening in your life. Try it out. Let me know how it goes.